I'm way to the dead. There's a man sitting in the coffee shop, leather jacket, coffee, reading paper. She walks in. Oh, it's me, Ted. Hello. The problem said nothing about. About what? Well, you know. What? I happen to like markers. No, Ted, it's not that. What? The fact that I like the gardening. You like wishy-washy liberal type. No, Ted, that. What? The leather jacket? You think it looks 80s? No, Ted, not the leather jacket. I know, it's the fact that this routine going on, and that no obvious way to end it. No, but come to think about it, you're pretty fucked on account too. Well, I know how to end it. Go on, fine. You know what? You should give me a chance. Tell me. 'Cause once you get spanked, you don't go back. I can get drunk now.
Wicked, okay, brilliant. Thanks a lot, Ted. Okay, Ted, thanks, guys. Oh, this is nice. Hello, you alright? My name is Patrick Harries. I'm quite new to stand-up comedy, and I told my mum that I was going to do it. And you know how your mum gives you some good advice sometimes, obviously. I like to wash your hands and stuff, but this advice has been invaluable to me. She said, son, if you get up on stage and you feel a bit nervous, do what I used to do when I was a stripper. It's true. Picture the audience naked. So if you don't mind, I'm going to try this now with you. You alright? How's it going? What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. You okay, Rachel? That's very good, that's very good. I like the fact you've crossed your legs, Rachel. You know what I'm doing, don't you? Yeah, I used to take mushrooms, and I had to stop after one instant because I just, you know when you sort of lose concept of reality? Oh, well, there was a good 4 hours of my life where I was convinced I was Bonnie Taylor, and I had people like, I just started, I was literally just tripping out in the middle of Amsterdam, just the first time I'd ever properly like tripped out that much, and my mate said, I was facing the tram line and he just goes turning around, and I was just like, every now and then I get a little bit low, this way and then I fall apart, and he says, no, Phil, turn around too, so we're going to leave now. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous, and the best of all the years I've got, turn up, Phil, we're off, fuck it. 4 hours later, and I need you more tonight, yeah. And then, but I nearly died late that day, because I was in a lift, and the lift broke down, and when you're tripping out, something like a lift breaking down, which is quite a common thing, is a lot scarier. And I was convinced, at this point, I'd stopped being Bonnie Taylor, and I was an astronaut. And the ship had broken down, and I was there, and the buttons weren't working very well, and I was starting to panic a little bit. And my mate who was with me, he was in his pants, this is a true story, he turned to me and he said, you know what I've got to do now. And I said, I don't know what you've got to do, I've got to fix the spaceship, mate. I'm in the middle of something quite important, yeah. And he goes, no, you're a vampire. And I went, clearly you're not, I'm an astronaut, I don't know where you're getting this vampire nonsense from. And he said, no, look in the reflection. And I looked in the reflection, the mirror of the lift, and I just couldn't see myself, like literally. So he punched the glass, and then got a shot of it, and this is sort of where the comedy turns a bit dark. And he tried to stab me in the heart, but luckily I managed to stop him with my wrist. which apparently is quite a bad place to be stabbed. Of course, I was like, you burst an artery and there was quite a lot of blood going everywhere. And this went on for, I sort of, you know, nearly bled to death and all that. But luckily, a Japanese family had incessantly pressed the button on the top floor, and eventually the lift opened with me just there dying, probably singing Bonnie Taylor, with my mate just stood there with a shot. So we got sectioned and I went to the hospital. Lads weekend.
Last time I was at the library, got my daughter a times table book, and the lady near me said, "Oh, I really remember my 7 times tables." Great. Yes, because my teacher used to smack me every time I got one wrong. And that's when it occurred to me. It's violence. All the geniuses have been beaten. Einstein? Beat. Chomsky? Beaten. Stephen Hawking? Beat the crap out of? Have you seen him? They beat him so much, he knows everything. George Bush? Unharmed.
You were talking earlier, weren't you, about going to IKEA today, weren't you? What a fucking great place that is. You know when they were opening IKEA, there was a big debate, wasn't there, about where they're going to put the first Welsh IKEA. And they were like, should we put it somewhere that's easily accessible from all the sheep shaggers? Somewhere where we can keep it nice and safe? Should we put it in Swansea? Wouldn't have worked really, did it? Big blue building in the middle of Swansea. We would have fucking torched that fucker straight down.